All right, I'm going to answer a few questions here that I didn't cover in the last thing about this guitar, this WESTCREEK JX-20 guitar that they sell on Temu, probably on Amazon too, I don't know. Anyway, I got this. It was a birthday present. I turned 60 years old, getting old. I'm digging it. Uh, but I looked it up and it was $122. I know that sounds ridiculous. Uh, I encourage you to watch other videos, reviews on the guitar, because there's one guy on there who, while I was, there's a guy on there who takes it all apart, shows you everything that needs to be done. Generally, he does a great job. He plays it live and shows a video of him gigging with it, uh, and it really encouraged me. And I was really just waiting to get this guitar. Anyway, um, there's a lot of little things. The frets are incredible. The tuners are fabulous. It has a bone nut. The pickups are all Nico magnet pickups. Somebody asked me if I was hawking it or selling it for the company or whatever. I thought that was pretty funny because I don't think any guitar company would ever have anything to do with me. Uh, Everything on this guitar is really, really well done. I bought a lot of inexpensive guitars, and there's a lot of good guitars out there. Grove guitars are really good, except you do have to change a lot of the hardware. But the necks are great. Harley Bentons, again, those are really good, but then you have tuner problems and pickups are, not to put them down. They're good guitars. But the one thing about this that I really liked and noticed when I was watching the videos, the other guy's videos, was that all the chords on the guy when he was playing it sounded correct. All his open cowboy chords. Anyway, it's solid as a rock. That's another thing I love about it. I play in a rock band called Ironworks. You can look us up, Ironworks Original Rock Band. That's all you have to Google, and two videos of us will come up. Um, anyway, I played it at practice, and I played with a lot of distortion through a big Marshall half stack that we played just cranked, and I play a lot of crazy wild leads, bend strings all over the place. And with all my other guitars, I'm used to them going slightly out of tune after a crazy solo because, I've been in the strings all over the place. This thing just, I couldn't believe it. It just stays in tune. It just stays in tune. Uh, it's amazing. It's really amazing. The input jack needs to be replaced because it's just a one. It just holds with one like click, I guess you would say, where they make other ones that kind of go tunk tunk, and it's real loose. And I saw on the other guy's video how he replaced the jack, and yes, that needs to be done. Other little things like the washers under here. If you watch the other guy's video, if you're interested in guitar, you should. There's washers under there that need to be replaced with a washer that fills the space. It's no big deal. There was two string trees on it, and they were both too low down at the headstock. Um, and I just left the one off, this one, and it seems to be just fine. And I took the one that was taller and put it over here so that this one would be a little taller and be more even. Uh, Gosh, I don't know what else to say though. I hope I answered all the questions. Like I said, it's got a big block in the back. It had three springs. I added one more. And of course, The tremolo was kind of floating when it came. The screws that hold the tremolo down on the front here were too high up. I like to tighten them all the way down, and then each one back each one off just a smidge, just just a smidge to get it sitting flat and right on the body because that does affect your action and how it plays. They had to set the intonation. They had to all come like back a little bit. They're on Nico Magnet pickups, and I could just see someday the pickup sounds so good, and even like through this amp doesn't even do it justice. I'm playing through a early '90s crate GX-60D, which is just a working man's practice amp or whatever. Plug straight into it with a little bit of chorus on because it gives it this stereo kind of effect thing. But I'm just plugged straight into that thing. No other effects pedals or no nothing. So it's pretty raw what you're hearing. And then through a cheap phone. So the whole thing's pretty cheap. And yes, I play guitar with three fingers. I cut off my main guitar finger during my professional drinking career about 15 years ago. So now I'm a three-finger guitar player. Just in case you're wondering why it looks so weird. But I think that's all the answers, all the questions. The electronics are great. The guitar is really quiet, even through a big Marshall. Our songs have a lot of stops, uh, dead stops in them at pretty high volumes, and the pickups didn't feed back. There's no noise really. It's like it was just incredible. It was like I can't believe this. And that's why I'm making this video, is because this is like almost just it's too good to be true. Uh, yeah, buy these things up. I think I might get another one. This one was a present, but I saw there was a couple others with different finishes, and it's like, gosh, at that price, you can't go wrong. And you don't have to change anything. I mean, can you imagine getting your guitar for $122 where you don't have to change the tuners, you don't have to change the pickups, you don't have to change the electronics, except the jack should be changed. You don't have to change the tuners. Uh, you just has to be set up, you know. And I realized taking it to a luthier, you could spend a whole bunch of money. They'd say, well, I have to do this, and take the neck off and shim it back and da da da. And the truss rod, adjust the neck to get that right, and all these little setup things. And it could cost you as much as you spend on the guitar. I suggest, and I don't want to steer anybody wrong, watching videos on how to set up a guitar. Take your time and do it yourself. Learn how to do it. It'll be a learning experience, and it's simple. It's simple math and science. You could do it. And this is a great guitar. I'm going to shut up now. I hope I answered all the questions uh, that anybody's going to ask me. Okay, thanks, man. This thing's excellent.